Hello, namaskar. It's me Rajesh. I'm up at Mon Repose. And it's 22nd of June 2021. It's 12 p.m. now. And it's during my lunch breaks. I'm taking this time to do some service. I hope it will benefit somebody. But it's about ethics, good conduct, good behavior. Many people want to know in society what is wrong and what is right. And because of the lack of discrimination, they sometimes make mistakes, and this leads to very grievous consequences and troubles in the social sphere. Now, according to the Ashtanga yoga system or the traditional yoga, one has to practice ethics before you can get the other lessons. In other words, the ethics is a fourth limb of the Ashtanga or eight limb yoga. We have yama, niyama, and then you get the other lessons like asana, pranayama, dharana, pratyahara, dhyan, and then samadhi. But before you can get all of these lessons, you must learn to be ethical or a good person. Now, this is relative because it depends on the climate, your situation you're in, the circumstances, the place you live, the people around you. So different people in different places can produce different code of behavior. The display of conduct, the display of mannerism will vary from place to place, from time to time, from season to season. Studies have found that on religious days and holidays, people tend to be on their best, properly dressed, they go to church, places more quiet, there's a decreasing crime, decreasing violence, in showdowns, confrontations, and so on. Now, unlike the occult side of mysticism, where people try to develop supernatural powers like to control others, to harm others, to take life force from people, to haunt you, to come in your dreams to scare you, to hypnotize you, to make you become sick, put coarse spells on you. These are all the occult side of metaphysical practices. But in yoga, we do not practice bad conduct or evil. The occult side says the more people you harm, the more you kill, the more you control, the more you dominate, the more freedom you will get, the more life you will get. But in the yoga masters and the saints who teach spirituality, they said the more life you give, the more life you get. So by giving life, you get life. By doing good, good comes back to you. So it's a law of karma or a law of action. So let's see what the teachers, the enlightened mystics from Asia, what they say about good conduct. They call it the yamas and niyama. Yama deals with your personal self, how you will relate to your own self. And the other one deals with your society. The society, how you will deal with in your everyday life and so on. So, in your everyday life, you have to practice tapa. This is mean penance. You have to undergo hardship to attain a benevolent end. Right? You have to be willing to make sacrifice, to, like endure this discomfort. And suppose someday you're tired, but you still have to go to work, so you have to go. So someday you take your meal, you give to somebody who don't have, or maybe you tapa means you have to take courage to confront somebody, to say something, to do something. All that is hardship. Then the other one is swadhyaya, or reading good books, or books that will inspire you, help you to change. Books written by enlightened mystics and saints. They say when you read them, they can change you. It's like being actually in the company of that saint or hearing him speaking, his words, it can uplift you. Some people read books and they go into samadhi, also a small samadhi, as they want to change. Some religion, they don't have teachers, don't have enlightenment mistake. You learn from the books, holy books, like the Granth Sahib, the Guru Granth Sahib. Then you have the next limb is Ocha. Personally, you must be clean. Cleanliness is next to godliness. When the body is clean, it becomes a temple. God will come and inhabit that temple, that body. You don't have to go to a temple, exterior temple to pray. Your body is the best temple. You can look inside, God live inside, and you worship Him inside of you. So this is the science of yoga, an internal practice. Then the next limb, they say that you must practice upon yourself is to be content. It's called Santosha. To learn to be contented with what life has given you, with what your karmas, your genes, your family, your society, your abilities have yielded to you. Maybe you wanted to be a doctor, but you end up as a pharmacist. Maybe you wanted to be strong, but you didn't end up so strong. Maybe you wanted to be wealthy, but you didn't make it to the wealth. You became a middle class. But still, you have to accept what. No use crying over spilt milk, beating your breasts, and committing suicide and all these things. People have to learn to accept things that they cannot change, And the next practice or next thing that you must learn is a parigraha, or giving, not to put non-possessiveness, not to form attachment to things. People get obsessed with things. They want to possess it. They want to invade places and objects. They want to take it over, dominate, rule, control. All these are too much possessiveness. One has to break that down. So when you learn a parigraha, you can live with minimum stuff, Maybe you have 2 clothes, 3 clothes, 1 car, a little house. You don't eat rich food. It doesn't bother you, right? Because you're established in renunciation, a parigraha. Now, when it comes to the society, how you will relate it to that is called yama. So the first limb is ahimsa. It means non-violence. Non-violence in thought, word, and deed, but not taken to that extent where you're becoming practical, Like you can't take medicines to kill microbes. You can't defend yourself, your family, your close one, your property, So this is what is known as ahimsa. So this kind of non-violence is practiced to extreme in some religions like Jainism. When the people walk, they would sweep the ground so that they don't step on any ants or insect, or they would read a mass on the face, a mass, and this mass helped them prevent them from breathing in bacteria and germs that would be killed, and breathing might kill them, and so this ahimsa is impractical. You have to use force for benevolent means, like a soldier or policeman. He has to use force to control evil, to control crime or wickedness. Then satya. Satya is a benevolent use of words, It doesn't mean absolute truthfulness, Some religions say to be truthful even if it means causing problems, being impractical, making people uncomfortable, discomfort, and so on, So satya means truthfulness, speaking the truth, not telling too much lies, You might have to speak the truth. Let's say that your father is on a ladder on the side of your house, and a telegram comes saying that his brother is dead, or one of his son reached an accident and is died. You got a telegram, you ask you what happened. You say, it's just a mail, a letter, the light bill or something, And when he comes on that ladder, you can break the news gradually to him. Or you will get a heart attack, you can just fall, collapse. So you have to say it in stages. So this is satya, But when people say that you not absolute truthful, they say it's another word. It means rita, benevolent use of words. And the other limb is asteya. It means non-stealing, not to take what doesn't belong to you, not to covet other properties and try to possess it and take it away and The other one is brahmacharya. It means good conduct. That conduct which is Brahma-like, which is God-like, which will lead you to the realization of Brahma. In the Vedas, they say it means chastity, celibacy, purity. And the last limb of Yam is Ishwara Pranidhan, or the practice of seeing God, in everything, and practice of doing meditation, or a form of devotional practice to the Supreme every day. Usually they give you a mantra in yoga, and you practice that. It speed up or accelerates your spiritual nature, bring out more your spiritual quality, wisdom, compassion, love, endurance, patience, and laws of to be in harmony with the laws of nature. So nature will work for you, the universe will work in your favor. So that is what is meant by Ishwara Pranidhana. So we have that we should try to be good conduct or good citizens before you can get higher lessons or get advanced spiritual practices. This is a foundation in Eastern mysticism, in yoga. Some schools say practice for 12 years, and if you succeed, then teacher will give you mantra, give you higher lessons. So one day a samurai approaches Zen master Hakuin. He said, "What is heaven? What is hell?" Hakuin said, "You're an idiot and a fool. Why do you stand in front of me?" The samurai face, it became purple, green, red. He put his hand on his scabbard to pull his sword with the intention to strike Hakuin. And when he was pulling the sword out, Hakuin said, "This opens the door to hell." And realizing that the master just wanted him to understand or made a point, he pushed the sword back in his scabbard. Then Hakuin said, "This opened the door to heaven." So teachers are very courageous. They teach in different ways. So this is what it is about. These are some hints, but each of them is like a portal, is like a journey by itself. The earlier you start, the more you get into the fourth dimension of virtuous living, or the value system. It's a portal, a whole new world opening by itself. So there's a difference making you an evil and a good person. Both of them have different experiences. Right? So when you play with the virtues defeat evil. Good always defeat evil. Even if it takes some time, it can be done, So these are the system of behavior you will find in the conduct of any noble person or spiritual person or yogi, yoga adept, yoga master, yoga student. They're all working along these lines in their thought, word, and deed. Thank you. Namaskar. Happy Yoga Day. Enjoy the Yoga Season Festival. Only yesterday it was Yoga Day. Hope all of these people will be able to practice good conduct and good behavior, especially purity and aparigraha, renunciation. You must live together yet be separated, not be attached to each other. You must live together, work together, play together, but be pure, no intention to, bring the mind down to the lower plane. The finger points to the moon, but don't mistake the finger for the moon. The finger is showing you there is the moon, but some people stop. They say, "Oh, the finger is the moon." There's a story with a Zen master Gutai. Whenever he's teaching, he makes a point, he raises his finger like this. So one day he had a young student in a group, about 5-year-old, a young boy was living there in the monastery. Whenever he saw Gutai, he would make his finger like this. And the day Gutai looked carefully at him and grabbed him and cut his finger off. The boy ran away screaming and shouting. And then Gutai called him. When he turned around and looked, Gutai raised his finger. And the message that he transmitted gave a shock awareness of the little child, and he got enlightened realization. He in his own right became a Zen master. So this is the play of behavior, the play of conduct between mystics. It's very esoteric. It's very very interesting. It's very captivating, enchanting life. Wish you success. Namaskar.